You are not losing your mind, but I understand why it feels that way. You walk into a room and you stop, completely blank. Why did you come in here? You have no idea. You're in the middle of a sentence and a word you have used 1,000 times, just disappears, gone. And you're standing there, snapping your fingers, trying to pull it back while someone waits for you to finish talking. You read the same paragraph 3 times and none of it sticks. You forget appointments. You forget what you were doing. You forget things people told you 5 minutes ago. And the worst part, you used to be sharp. You used to be the person who remembered everything, the one everyone counted on. Now some days, your own brain feels like a stranger. I want to ask you something, and I need you to be honest with yourself. Have you ever Googled your symptoms at midnight, convinced something was really, truly wrong with you? Maybe Alzheimer's, maybe a brain tumor, maybe early dementia, and then you felt embarrassed for even thinking that. So you closed the tab and told yourself to get it together. I want you to hear this, really hear it. What you are going through has a name. It is completely real. It is backed by science, and it is happening to millions of women just like you right now. It is called brain fog, and today I am going to tell you exactly what it is, why it is happening to you specifically, and what is actually going on inside your brain. Not in doctor language, not in textbook language, in plain English that actually makes sense. Because here's the thing, no one is telling you, this is not you getting older, this is not you getting weaker, and this is not permanent, but you need to understand what is causing it first. And that is exactly what this video is about. Stay with me, because what I am about to share in the next few minutes changed how I look at my own health. And I think it is going to change how you look at yours too. Let me give you a number, 60%. That is the percentage of women going through perimenopause who report serious problems with memory, focus, and clear thinking. 6 out of every 10 women. That is not rare. That is a majority. That is probably most of the women you know over 35. And yet most of them are suffering in silence, because when they bring it up to their doctor, they are handed a pamphlet about stress management, or told to get more sleep, or, my personal favorite, told that this is just part of aging. Can we just agree that just part of aging is one of the most unhelpful things a woman can ever be told? You are not imagining it. You are not being dramatic. Your symptoms are real, and science finally has answers. Here is what researchers found, and this is from a major study called the SWAN study, which tracked thousands of women over many years. The brain fog that women feel in perimenopause is not just in their heads. It shows up in actual brain scans, in measurable cognitive tests, in real documented changes in how the brain processes information. This is real, full stop. So now the big question, why? Why is this happening? What is actually going on inside your brain? That is what we are going to break down right now. Okay, here we go. I am going to explain this as simply as I possibly can. Your brain runs on chemistry. There are chemicals in your brain called neurotransmitters. Think of them as tiny little text messages that your brain cells send to each other. Messages like, remember this, focus here, calm down, feel good. And for most of your life, there was a hormone in your body that helped keep those messages flowing smoothly. That hormone is estrogen. Most people think estrogen is just a reproductive hormone, a period hormone, a baby hormone, but that is only part of the story. Estrogen has receptors all over your brain, especially in the hippocampus, the part of your brain that handles memory, and in the frontal cortex, the part that handles focus, decision-making, and clear thinking. Estrogen keeps those parts of your brain sharp. It helps them communicate faster. It reduces brain inflammation. It protects your neurons, your brain cells, from damage. Here's a good way to think about it. Imagine your brain is a busy office building. Estrogen is the electricity. Everything runs smooth, the lights are on, information moves fast. Now, starting around your mid-30s, your estrogen does not just drop, it fluctuates. Up, down, like a power surge, lights flickering, systems glitching, and every time the power flickers, that is your brain fog moment. But that is not all that is happening. When estrogen fluctuates, it also messes with your cortisol, your stress hormone. It goes up. Your body thinks it is in danger even when you are just sitting on your couch. High cortisol makes it harder to store new memories, harder to concentrate. It literally interferes with how your brain files and retrieves information. Then there is sleep. Estrogen fluctuations cause night sweats, Night sweats disrupt your sleep. And your brain, this is important, your brain cleans itself while you sleep. It literally flushes out waste and toxins overnight through a system called the glymphatic system. No good sleep, no brain cleaning. That waste builds up. And the result? Brain fog. So you have got three things hitting you at the same time. Your brain's power supply, estrogen, is flickering. Your stress alarm, cortisol, is stuck in the on position. Your brain's overnight cleaning crew cannot do its job because you are not sleeping. Is it any wonder you feel like your brain is wrapped in cotton? Now let me run through the most common brain fog symptoms, and I want you to count in your head how many of these you can say yes to. 1. You forget words mid-sentence, common words, words you have known for 30 years. 2. You read something and immediately forget what you just read. 3. You walk into rooms and have no idea why. 4. You feel mentally slower than you used to, like your thoughts are coming through syrup. 5. You have trouble making decisions, even small ones. Even what to eat for lunch feels overwhelming. 6. You feel foggy in the mornings even after a full night of sleep. 7. Stress makes it dramatically worse. On a hard day, you feel like you can barely function mentally. 8. You feel anxious about your cognitive symptoms. You wonder if this is permanent. You wonder if something is really wrong. How many was it for you? Drop your number in the comments, because I promise you, you are not going to be the only one. And now, the question everyone wants answered. Is this permanent? Is this just who you are now? The answer, the real science-backed answer, is no, absolutely not. Research, including the long-term SWAN study, shows that for most women, brain fog peaks during the early stages of perimenopause, and it typically improves once your hormones stabilize, usually in the postmenopausal period. Your brain is not broken, it is adjusting. And there is a huge difference between those two things, but you do not have to just wait it out, because there are things you can do right now today that have been shown to genuinely make a difference. 1. Feed your brain what it is missing. Remember how we talked about estrogen and brain inflammation? Omega-3 fatty acids are one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools your brain has access to. They support the same neurotransmitter systems that estrogen supports. Foods high in omega-3s like salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flaxseed are not just good for your heart. They are directly feeding your brain's ability to function clearly. Vitamin B12 is another big one. It is essential for nerve function and energy production in your brain. And B12 absorption drops as we age. If you are foggy and exhausted, low B12 might be a major piece of the puzzle. 2. Protect your sleep like it is your most important job. Because right now, it kind of is. Your brain cleans itself at night. If your sleep is broken by night sweats, by anxiety, by waking up at 3 a.m., your brain does not get clean. The cognitive fog builds up literally overnight. Talk to your doctor about the night sweat specifically, because fixing your sleep may be one of the fastest ways to lift the fog. 3. Move your body. It is brain medicine. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain. It reduces cortisol. It stimulates the growth of new brain cells. Yes, that is actually possible, and it happens in the hippocampus, the exact part of your brain taking the hit right now. Even 20 to 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week. That is the research-backed number. Not a marathon, a walk. 4. Stop fighting your brain. Work with it. Write things down. Use alarms for everything. Stop trying to hold all the information in your head and get it out of your head and onto paper or into your phone. This is not giving up. This is strategy. The smartest, most high-performing people in the world use systems to extend their thinking. You are not less capable, you are adapting. 5. Have a real conversation with your doctor. Brain fog is one of the most under-addressed symptoms in women's healthcare. The majority of women do not even connect it to their hormones. So when they bring it up, it gets dismissed. You now know it is connected. You now know the mechanism. You can go into that appointment and say, I believe my cognitive symptoms are related to my hormonal changes, and I want to talk about options. Hormone therapy is one option that works for some women. It is not right for everyone, but that is a conversation you deserve to have with real information on your side. I want to end with this. Brain fog is disorienting. I know that. When your thinking changes, it can feel like you are losing something fundamental about who you are. But your brain is not broken. It is not failing you. It is responding to a hormonal shift that is completely normal and completely survivable. You are not less intelligent. You are not less capable. You are a smart, capable woman whose body is going through something real and who now understands what that something is. That matters. Knowledge knowledge matters. Understanding what is happening to you is the first step to doing something about it. Drop a comment below. How long have you been experiencing brain fog? And did any part of this video finally make something click for you? I genuinely read every comment, and I will see you in the next one.